Hi, I'm Iris Adian, Principal Product Manager for Cash Management. I'm excited to share with you our new bank reconciliation for manual reconciliation. We spent a lot of time researching how our customers reconcile and what their biggest pain points were. After collecting and analyzing all your feedback, we are excited to share our new bank reconciliation for manual and import. Get ready to make your month-end close process a whole lot easier with a new, clean look, along with more intuitive filters and sorting. We made big strides to streamline the user interface of bank reconciliation. Navigating is easier, and you can quickly find the transactions you need to act on. Our new bank reconciliation was specifically designed to handle large amounts of data. For example, we've done away with the scrolling through the rows and rows of transactions. You can now paginate across pages with a set number of transactions on each page. Let me show you how to use this feature in the product. To use a new reconciliation, you'll need to be in the Action UI. From the Applications menu, select Cash Management. Under the Reconciliation section, select Bank New. I'd first like to highlight the changes we've made on the initial reconciliation. The initial page has been streamlined to only show you what you need in order to proceed to the reconciliation. No more options to decide how you want to sort and group your data. You can now do that directly on the actual transaction page and see immediate results. To start reconciling, select your bank that you want to reconcile. Enter the statement ending date, statement ending balance. If this is your first time reconciling, you'll see a field for the beginning balance cutoff. If you have previously reconciled, you will see the statement beginning balance, last reconcile date. You can also see the current status of the current reconciliation. First, let's take a look on how to manually reconcile and click Continue. You'll see the bank account, statement ending date that you entered, and some details about what you previously entered on the initial page. In the summary section, you'll see unmatched transactions. This company has a total of 69,943 transactions. The total unmatched amount, how much you've matched for checks and deposits, the difference, the amount that you have uncleared, and the amount that you need to reconcile to. The amount to reconcile must be 0 before you can finalize the reconciliation. I'd like to call to attention the new terminology we're using for matched and unmatched. The idea is that you'll be matching the transactions to a physical bank statement, online statement, imported file, or eventually a bank feed. You'll select your transactions and click the Match Transactions button. This is what we are calling matching. Matching removes the transaction from the unmatched list and into the matched list on the page. You can see the matched transactions by clicking the State drop-down and selecting Matched. After you click Reconcile, the state of the transaction changes to Cleared, to signify it cleared the bank. Let's take a look at how you can filter transactions. We floated up to the top 4 most common filters for immediate use. For the state filter, you can view unmatched, matched, and all transactions. For transaction type, you can switch the view to see checks and deposits, deposits and credits, or all transactions. For check and doc number, you can filter for a specific transaction by its check or document number or reference number. For bank amount, enter a specific amount to quickly find the transaction that matches the amount. To apply a filter, just click Apply Filters. If you need to drill down and find more precise transactions, we have you covered. Just click the More Filters link. You can filter for a range of check numbers, dates, payee, description entered on the transaction. Before I demo the filters, let's review some common use cases. First, I want to show you how to switch between unmatched and matched. Let's go ahead and close out these filters by clicking on Less Filters. Right now, we are in unmatched. You'll always see unmatched transactions first. To change this, click on this drop-down menu and select Matched, and click Apply Filters. As you can see, we don't have any transactions that are matched yet. To see all matched and unmatched, click on the All drop-down and click Apply. To switch between deposits and checks, click on the transaction type and select Deposits and Credits and click Apply Filters. Select the transactions that you'd like to match and click Match. Let's switch back to the unmatched and click Apply Filters. After you select a filter, you can also press Enter key to apply the filter. So if I switch this back to checks and I tab, I can click Enter rather than having to click the Apply Filters, and it's going to switch my view. So we've switched back to the checks and deposits. As you can see, it's easy to switch back and forth. If you want to look at both checks and deposits, again, you could select All and click Apply or tab and click on Enter. Let's filter for a specific check number. Maybe you know the transaction number or check number. Simply enter the number and click either Apply Filters or click on Enter on your keyboard. You'll find your transaction, click on Select, and then match the transaction. To get back to your original view, you can click on Clear Filter and then Apply. If you want to find a transaction for a specific amount but you don't know who the payee or payer is, simply enter an amount and apply the filter. You can then scroll through the transactions and select the transaction you want to match. Once you select the transaction, the system displays the number of transactions you have selected. I'm going to go ahead and click Match the Transaction. To clear the filters, after I've made my selection and match, I need to go back to the unmatched and remove the filter for the 1,000. I can click Clear Filter and Apply. Once again, we'll view our unmatched checks. This particular company has over 65,000 transactions, and I'm displaying 30 lines of transaction per page. Notice we have 1,188 pages of data. I can easily go between pages by clicking on the left and right arrows. To go directly to the last page, click on the double right arrows. I'm going to select a couple transactions from this page. Then I'm going to go to the first page by clicking on the double left arrows. I'm going to select a few transactions from this page. Now I'll go to the second page and select a few transactions. What's awesome about this is that if I go back to the last page, I'll see all the transactions I selected earlier. The system remembers them for me. I'll go back to the first and second page. My other transactions are also remembered and selected. Now I'll go ahead and match those transactions. To filter by a check number range, let's take a look at some advanced filters. I'm going to filter for a range of check from the number 1,000 to 2,000. Click on More Filters. Enter the start and end check numbers. Press either the Apply Filters or click on your Enter key. I'm going to scroll down, click the Select All, and then match those transactions. Let me go ahead and clear this filter out. Apply. Another filter which people requested over and over again in our research is the ability to see all voided transactions at the same time as their original transaction. Let's see how it works. So in the advanced filters, we'll scroll down and we'll go ahead and select voided. Click Apply Filters. I'm going to click on Less Filters so we can see more of the page. And we'll see that we have 30 transactions. Let me sort by the amount. When I sort by the amount, I can see the negatives displayed at the top and the positive displayed at the bottom. Notice the exact amounts display. We start with negative 9,500 to negative 110, a total of 15 rows. Then we start with a positive 110 to 9,500. We have a total of 15 voided transactions and 15 original transactions. Now I'm going to quickly select all these transactions and match them. You can do the similar on the deposit side. Let me clear my filters. I'm going to switch to deposits. Click More Filters, select Reversed, click Apply Filters. Let me show less so we can see the full page. Notice I have 26 transactions. Again, I can see that I have 13 negative transactions and 13 positive transactions, which are the original transactions. Let me select those. So I've selected them all, and I can then match them to remove them from our view. And now I want to quickly just view all my transactions. So I'm going to select all for my state and all for my transactions type and click Apply. Enter. Notice you have two buttons rather than a single button. I have matched transactions and unmatched transactions. In addition, you'll see a state column, which then shows me the state of the transactions. I can also sort by that column, so I can see matched and then see the unmatched. And the reason, again, we show that state is because we're looking at all the data, both matched and unmatched. To unmatch a transaction, switch our view back to matched, apply. Once I click unmatched, they're going to go right back to the matched. Let's switch to unmatched, and we can continue through our reconciliation process. Again, you'll need to get all the way to 0 on the amount to reconcile to finalize the reconciliation. You can click on Save to save your work that you have done and always come back at a later time to complete. If you need to modify the beginning balance or the statement ending balance, simply click on Edit and it'll open back the reconciliation initial screen. I encourage you to explore this feature in our Action UI so you and your organization can take full advantage of its benefits. For more information about this and other features, see the additional training videos with more detailed information and the release notes available on the Intact homepage. Thanks for watching.